So, Ben Affleck is no longer playing as Batman. I don't know, I just felt like I had to do the mask. uh, hmm. This is a little surprising, but at the same time, it isn't. It was announced that Ben Affleck is no longer playing as Batman. Now, as I just said, this is surprising, but at the same time, it isn't. I had the feeling for quite a while that I just had a feeling he was gonna eventually stop. He was gonna no longer be playing the role of Batman. But part of me hoped he was gonna continue. Now, me personally, I'm a bit disappointed, but at the same time, I'm like I said, I kind of saw it coming. Like, people, when Ben Affleck first got the role of playing Batman, as like, you know, the new reboot for the DC for the DC Cinematic Universe, that when he first got the role, I was a little skeptical. I'm not a huge Ben Affleck fan. Reason being, him, whenever a lot of his roles, I feel like a lot of roles he plays in movies, they're very, I don't know, it's really, he's really hard to read. He's really hard to read, where like it's really hard to tell how he's feeling in the moment, and like, you know, how he expresses himself. He looks very emotionless at times. Like, I don't know, like, even though there's moments in films where he seems like, when he plays a role where he's like, you know, he's happy or he's a good guy and everything, to me it's still very hard to read. I don't know, like, everyone has the actors they like and the actors they don't like. And for me, I'm not saying I didn't like him, I'm not saying I liked him, as like an actor or anything. I just, you know, I thought he was a decent actor. When he first got the role, I didn't know how I felt. You know, I was questionable. Just like a lot of roles for superhero roles, like, you know, like for Marvel and DC, that whenever they get a certain actor or actress to play a role, I have high hopes that, like, I hope they pick them out for a specific reason, because when I see the actor or actress playing a role of a superhero or a villain or whichever, I hope that the reason why they picked them is because, like, they picked them because they believe they're going to be good, the role of the hero or villain or whoever the actor or actress will play as. But I also hope that they would even portray and look the part, you know, because to me, I'm a huge fan of both DC and Marvel, you know, but to me, like, if you're gonna get a superhero or even a villain, just make them look the part best from the comics, you know. There are the cartoons, you know, as well. There's certain cartoons, but to me, get the ones that resemble best from the comics, because that's what they all originate from. And Ben Affleck, when he got the role of Batman, I was questionable, you know. But when I first saw his role as Batman in Batman vs Superman, I was very surprised. I honestly felt like he did a good role, he did a good job portraying Batman. But I don't know how well he did as a role playing Bruce Wayne, because, you know, Bruce Wayne and Batman, they're, you know, just their personas, their characteristics are totally different. You know, they're totally different. Batman's all dark and he's serious. You know, he's the superhero. You know, Bruce. And I remember at times, it's funny. I remember at times that it's like, Bruce Wayne is not Bruce Wayne. He's Batman. And if anything, Batman's secret identity is Bruce Wayne. You know, that's how much the character of Batman, that's how much he's that's how much he is into the character, you know, like, or that's how much he's like developed into it, where like he is Batman. He's not Bruce Wayne, he's Batman. He's like Batman 100% of the time, you know. Bruce Wayne is his like cover, you know, like, it's very interesting. It's, people will clarify it, and even there's even little things in comics where, remember, there was a scene in a comic book where Wonder Woman, Superman, and Batman, they're both holding the lasso, and they kind of like, ideally revealed each other, like who they are. Like Superman says he's Clark Kent, Wonder Woman says she's Diana, and Batman says I'm Batman. It's like little things like that. But for Ben Affleck, I felt like he did a good role as Batman, portraying Batman. Bruce Wayne, not so much. Bruce Wayne, he's the billionaire, like he's also a bit of the playboy, like he is like the run of this billion or $1 million company, and he has that's his cover, and he tries his best to portray like a lighter side of who he actually is, which is Batman. Ben Affleck, I didn't see that so much. Of course, later on, we ended up getting a little bit more of a lighter humor from Ben Affleck in Justice League. Just a little bit, but for me, honestly, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like Ben Affleck, he portrayed Batman very well. Like, especially, like, just him, even in the Batman suit, in the Justice League, and Batman vs Superman and everything. Like, Batman looked huge, and he was freaking very intimidating. He was bad. Like, he was pretty bad. To me, one of the standalone moments of Ben Affleck playing the role of Batman was the fight scene in the warehouse in Batman vs Superman, when he was in the warehouse fighting against all of Lex's henchmen that had Superman's mom captured. That I think that the fight scene there, I think that was probably my favorite moment of Ben Affleck playing as Batman. Now back to the whole thing with Ben Affleck playing as Batman. I kind of saw this coming. That's why I'm not really so surprised. I just felt like it was eventually gonna happen. Only because I didn't fully believe that Ben Affleck was fully invested in the role. I just didn't believe it. This is what I mean about, to me, I feel like Ben Affleck's very hard to read. But I feel like he's not really fully invested. And this alone right here, with Ben Affleck no longer playing as Batman, I feel like that kind of explains it for itself. I felt like if he really wanted to continue playing the role, he would try his best to stay continuing to playing as the role, because they finally are trying to kick off the DC Cinematic Universe. To bring in Shazam, they gave Aquaman his own standalone movie. They have Wonder Woman. They finally had Justice League. Even though Justice League wasn't that great movie, I feel like it was a decent startup, a kickoff for DC. I don't know. That's how I feel like. I feel like Ben Affleck was never fully invested into the role, or his heart wasn't fully into it. I think he saw a role that he felt like he could make a lot of money off of, which sucks, because there are a lot of actors that think that, they're not really so much thinking of the role that they feel so invested in wanting to play in. If they read the script, it's hey, looks like it's gonna be a really good movie. I like the role of the character that they want me to play as. I think Ben Affleck saw the role. He was just Batman. He's like, he's like, I'll do it. Because I think he knew it was gonna bring a lot of money. This is just my opinion. That I think he just saw money, and that was it. This is my opinion. I could be absolutely wrong on this, but this is my opinion, because I feel like there are actors out there who are not fully invested in the roles of these characters, of these superheroes, that they're just in it for the paycheck. One thing I didn't know was that when we were there were the DC Cinematic Universe, the standalone Batman movie, I didn't know it wasn't gonna come out until 2021. I did not know that. I am very surprised. So we still have a good solid 2 years on the next standalone Batman movie, which kind of sucks, because I'm also very surprised. But it kind of gives DC and Warner Brothers time to make other DC character movies. Where like I said, they're gonna be coming out with Shazam. They just came out with Aquaman. They're gonna be coming. I heard they're coming out with Super Pets, which is very surprising. Part of me kind of hopes this is not a live action one. I don't know. I don't know. Like, that's just very surprising that they're gonna make. If they make a live action superheroes pets movie, I don't know. Like, I feel like that alone, I'm just like, it's very hard to see that as a believable. I don't know, but. And then, like, we're gonna be getting the Harley Quinn movie, you know, like Birds of Prey, like, and then the new Joker, the Joker standalone one. That we're getting a Joker one, you know, like Warner Brothers and DC, they're working out on like just getting here and there. I think they're even gonna be getting a Supergirl movie. So even just like, yeah, they're working on little bits. Like, I even feel like, I hope they'll maybe eventually even do like a Green Arrow, you know, movie, or a Flash standalone movie, stuff like, just to help build a lot of the characters within the DC. But one of the things I didn't know was that Ben Affleck, he was also apparently going to direct the Batman movie, you know, in 2021. He was going to end up directing it, and, you know, also going to play the role in it. But he was going to be one of the co-directors. You know, like, there was going to be 2 directors on it. I can't remember the other director's name, but then there was even, you know, Ben Affleck. He had a major part in the story and everything of the movie. But eventually they came to terms that they came up with a new fresh script where apparently they're going to be coming up with a younger version of Batman, where I'm guessing it's like his early years. I'm assuming mid-20s, late 20s. Basically, it sounds like when he first becomes Batman, you know, like, which is interesting because we haven't had that take in a long time since The Dark Knight. Christian Bale's portrayal of Batman in The Dark Knight, he was like around like 30 or 31 when we first got the chance to see, you know, the Batman reboot of, like, you know, The Dark Knight and Batman Begins, you know, like, so I don't want to say he was already old, but like I don't know, like, it's around the age where, like, I kind of would have seen him maybe first becoming Batman a couple years before age of 30. But I don't know, I could be wrong. But, you know, we've already got the chance to see of a version of, like, a reintroduction of Batman. And then, I don't know, I could obviously tell that, like, we're going to get another little, like, I guess say development of, like, the part of the show, you know, Bruce's parents get shot in the alley and everything, which we've already seen plenty of times. Because since they're saying that it's going to be a younger take on Batman, you know, so it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see. So I'm very curious on, like, how this is going to all play out, you know, especially, like I said, we've already had Justice League, you know, like, how are they going to tie this all in back together, you know, like, I don't know, like, that's why I feel like for DC and Warner Brothers, they need to get actors that they know that could portray the roles for the next couple years, maybe the next 10 years. And that way they could just build great story development for the Justice League and the DC characters, you know. The ones that will be, like, they need to get cast that could be fully invested into playing these superheroes and even supervillains that could be fully invested in playing the roles and portraying the roles, like looking the part too. And that way I feel like DC movies could be taken seriously again. DC had, in its own way, have yet to really compare at all in equal rights to Marvel, with Marvel Studios, you know. So I'm hoping DC eventually steps up their game, you know. That way we could get better DC movies, you know. Like, in a way, I'm saddened to see Ben Affleck no longer play the role of Batman, because I feel like towards the end, like, even Justice League, he started to portray the character a little better, you know. He's almost like he's getting it, like, just right almost, you know. But now he's gone, you know. Even Ben Affleck ended up tweeting, "Excited for the Batman in summer 2021 and to see Matt Reeves' vision come to life." The Batman to Fly, summer 2021, Ben Affleck passes the torch to the next generation of Bruce Wayne by Deadline.com. That alone is already like, yeah, see, so it's like that was Ben Affleck's send-off, you know, like of him like no longer playing the role. Like I said, like I am a bit saddened to see him no longer play the role of Batman / Bruce Wayne. And I'm just very curious on how this puts everything else in perspective. I feel like it throws the DC universe in a complete loop. You know, like I feel like they're completely lost. You know, I feel like not lost is the term I'm trying to say, but like they don't know. I feel like they're not gonna. I don't know how they're gonna recover from this storyline wise. You know, especially they're gonna portray a younger version of Batman. And especially how bad like Suicide Squad was. I heard they're gonna do another reboot of Suicide Squad, but I heard it's a reboot. They're gonna be making a Suicide Squad reboot in 2020, and yeah, it's just I don't know. I don't know what DC's gonna do. You know, I feel like hopefully at some point, I hate to say it, hopefully they figure out some way to fix the plot of the story of the timelines for DC. That way it makes sense. You know. But I'm curious on the new actor that they're gonna have play as Batman. I'm very curious on who they get. You know, since this is gonna be a younger version of Batman, I'm hoping not too young. You know, but I want to say maybe mid-20s, late 20s. You know, that way the actor portrays the role for a good couple years. You know. And like I said, I hope it's someone that's fully invested and would love to play the role. That way their heart and soul is completely into the character. But I'm very curious on who they get. I'm curious if they'll get a fresh actor, like a fresh face, you know, someone not too many people in Hollywood are familiar with, that they're just going to give a shot with. Or if they're going to try to sort of grab a top famous young actor to try to play the role. Part of me hopes that they'll get a good, young, fresh actor that like is fully invested and will love to play the role and will look the part. But like, I feel like it could kind of be, because I feel like regardless if they do get a younger actor, even a fresh one that like no one really is too familiar with, that I feel like regardless, a lot of people are gonna go see it because it's Batman, you know. And so that alone, I feel like you're guaranteed for, like, Warner Bros. Is guaranteed to make money off of because it's Batman, you know. But I'm curious on what actor they'll get, and part of me does hope that they get a fresh actor, one that we're not really too familiar with, you know. Because I feel like at this time nowadays, they're just trying to get famous top actors that don't really portray the roles too well, but they just want to get top actors that they hope will bring in money, you know. I don't know. It's Hollywood's complicated. But that was my quick little rundown and thoughts on Ben Affleck no longer playing as Batman. I would like to say, Ben Affleck, thank you for playing the role of Batman. Part of me wishes you could have stuck it out a little longer. That way we could have seen more of your version of Batman. You know. But it is what it is. Thanks for signing off, and I hope the next Batman is as good and hopefully even better than the last two Batmans we've had. That's all I have for right now, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and like, share, subscribe, and let me know in the comments down below what you guys thoughts are on Ben Affleck no longer playing as Batman. I'm very curious on what your guys' thoughts are on all this. So yeah, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, share, subscribe. Until next one, guys.